What has your manager asked you to do that you outright refuse to do? My manager Sandra asked me to fire my entire team of 12 people and rehire them as contractors at half the pay, with no benefits, while telling them it was a restructuring opportunity for flexibility. When I refused, she said I could join them in unemployment. I said fine, and walked out, which triggered events that ended with Sandra in federal prison. I'd been leading the data analysis team for 3 years when Sandra became our new director. She came from a competitor that had gone bankrupt under suspicious circumstances. Within a month, she presented her cost optimization plan: fire everyone, rehire them as contractors through her husband's staffing agency, pocket the difference as a bonus. It's simple, Sandra explained in her office. You fire them Friday afternoon. Monday, they get offers as contractors through my husband's agency. They'll be desperate, so they'll accept. You keep your job with a 20% raise for cooperation. I recorded this entire conversation on my phone. Legal in our one-party consent state. That's illegal, I told her. It's constructive dismissal and employment fraud. Sandra laughed. It's business. Everyone does it. I won't do it, and you'll be the first one fired. I walked out and went straight to my team. I told them everything, played the recording, and advised them to update resumes immediately. Then I went to HR with the evidence. HR Director Mark listened to the recording and said he'd investigate. 2 days later, Mark fired me for performance issues that hadn't existed until Sandra arrived. What Sandra didn't know was that my team wasn't just loyal, they were connected. One analyst's wife was an employment attorney, another's brother was a journalist, a third had previously worked for the Department of Labor. Within hours of my firing, things started moving. The attorney filed a whistleblower complaint. The journalist started investigating Sandra's previous company's bankruptcy. The Department of Labor contact flagged our company for audit. My entire team of 12 refused to work, citing unsafe management practices. Sandra had to hire emergency contractors at triple the rate to keep operations running. But these contractors didn't know our systems. Within a week, 3 major clients received incorrect reports. One was a government contract worth $50 million annually. The errors triggered a federal audit. The journalist discovered Sandra's pattern. She'd done this at 3 previous companies, each time using her husband's staffing agency to rehire fired employees. Each company had mysteriously lost government contracts shortly after. Sandra was selling client data to competitors through her husband's agency, using contractors as unwitting mules. The federal audit revealed everything. Sandra had been planning to fire my team, rehire them through her husband's company, then use their system access to steal our entire client database. She'd already set up buyers for the information. The deal was worth $10 million, which would have destroyed our company while enriching her. FBI agents arrested Sandra at the office. She'd made one crucial mistake. She'd sent emails about the scheme from her work computer, thinking she was clever by using draft emails never sent. She didn't realize our system backed up everything, including drafts. Her husband was arrested the same day. Mark from HR was also charged when investigators found he'd received $50,000 to facilitate the scheme. He'd been firing anyone who questioned Sandra's methods. During the investigation, it came out that Sandra had done this exact scheme at 5 companies over 8 years. Each time, she'd destroy the company from within, profit from selling their data, and move on. She'd stolen an estimated $30 million and destroyed hundreds of careers. The board asked me to come back and fix the mess. I agreed, but with conditions. I wanted my team rehired with raises and back pay. I wanted the director position, and I wanted equity in the company as compensation for the damage to my reputation. They agreed to everything. The real justice came during Sandra's trial. Every person she'd fired over the years was contacted. Over 300 people testified about lost homes, broken marriages, and destroyed careers from her schemes. Sandra got 15 years federal prison. Her husband got 10. Mark got 5. The company gave me and my team equity shares as apology and incentive to stay. When we went public 2 years later, those shares made us all millionaires. The 12 people Sandra wanted me to fire for profit became part owners of the company she tried to destroy. Sandra writes me letters from prison occasionally, claiming I ruined her life by refusing to cooperate. I forward them to the FBI, who add them to her file for the parole board. My manager asked me to destroy 12 careers for her personal profit. My refusal led to her destruction instead. Sometimes the most powerful word in business is no.